What's up, guys? Your girl is back again with another video. You guys, this is the video that I have been posting about on your questions, and people was hitting up my inbox with questions that they had, and I want to answer those today. So let's go ahead and hop right into it, because I don't like those long drawn out introductions, because you know why you're here. But without further ado, let's get into this video. You guys, I am an open book. I love to encourage, I love to inspire, and I love to give advice on things and situations that you're going through in your life. So this video is dedicated to everybody that's been watching my videos and that may have had questions. So I got all my questions written down from people that hit up my inbox and just friends in general. So I'm just gonna hop right into these questions. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please share it with somebody. I'm here to just encourage. I'm not trying to chase clout. I'm just trying to be me, and do what I love. So let's get into this, you guys. Okay, so the first question was, what inspired you to make your videos? Just kind of touched on that a little bit. What inspired me to make my videos is just life. Just me living life and me seeing people struggling and seeing people repeating some of the mistakes that I made in my life. And I have a heart for people. I love people. So that's what inspires me, is because I want to make sure that I don't care if I'm just helping one person. I want to make sure that my message and my testimony is getting out there, and that people know that they're not alone in situations. They're not by themselves. So I just want to be a mouthpiece for anyone that's hurting, or anyone that just wants to be inspired. That's pretty much it. So next question. This was kind of hard. I was going to leave this off, but you know, I said that you could ask me anything. But it said, how do you handle being in church around hypocrites? Okay, so here's the thing. When it comes to church, when it comes to ministry, you come together as a body to reason together and to worship God together. It's not about the left or the right or the person that's sitting next to you. It's about God. So whenever you're putting your focus on other people, which God said don't put your trust in man, when you're putting your focus on other people, it's always going to be swaying back and forth. But when you put your mind on God and know that He is the reason why you're going, so that you can get with your brothers and sisters and worship together and come together and reason together under one roof, or whatever the case may be. And I understand that church is also outside the four walls. But the reason why I do it is because I want to be a servant. I want to make sure that my life has purpose. And with my life having purpose, that also involves me singing, and it also involves me serving. Because when I serve for God, and people always like, oh, you're serving people. No, I'm serving God. By doing unto others as they would do unto me, that's me serving God. So whether that's singing on a praise team, or whether that's serving food at church, or whether that's just coming together with my brothers and sisters and just rejoicing and just giving God praise for who He is. Like, I go to church to give God worship and praise because of who He is, not because of what Susie said about me last Sunday. It don't have nothing to do with her. I go to church because of my own spiritual growth. That's where I get the word of God. That's where I can grow. That's why I'm spiritually getting fed. And here's the thing. Like, people still go to the clubs. People still go to school and all of these other places that you're learning and that you're getting pleasure of, like the clubs. And you have hypocrites. You have things going on that's bad in that area, but you still continue to go. So it's no different from church, even though they're, whatever they're doing, that has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me. I'm going to show the light of God, and I'm going to show God through me to people so that they can see the light of God. That's my job. That's my only job. I can't worry about anybody else. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. So here is the next question is, okay. How were you able to bounce back from depression? Prayer. Making sure to renew my mind daily, to understand that I was worth more than what I thought I was. It's not an easy process. Depression is not an easy process. It takes time. It takes time to reprogram the mind and the things that you went through in childhood, the things that people said to you. It's hard to come back from that stuff. You have to literally reprogram your mind. Every day you get up, you have to know that you're good enough. You have to know that the mistakes and the things that happened in your life was for a purpose, and it's serving a purpose that now you're fulfilling and you're walking into now. So every time you go through life, it's a journey, and every journey leads up to something. There's a reason why you went through anything that you went through. I feel like a lot of times I went through situations for somebody else. That's how I look at it. And with depression, you have to just pick yourself up and know that you're good enough. You have to pray. You have to fight those spirits that are on you that are making you think that you're less than. So that's how just affirmations, prayer, and just knowing I'm good enough. That's how I got to that. Okay, next question. How do you handle being a working mom and being in ministry? It's hard. It's hard to balance. It's hard to put on different hats and different roles. But you have to know when to be a mom and take off your mom hat, when to take off your praise and worship hat, when to take off your pastor hat, when to take off your sister, your brother, your daughter hat. You have to know when to take those different hats off. So balance, and knowing that it's okay to take a break sometimes. It's okay to live for you sometimes. Sorry, my hair is just bothering me. But yeah, sometimes just knowing it's good to live for you. Take time for yourself. Make sure to pray, meditate daily. It takes all of that because it's hard, and it's not easy being a mom, working full time, and being in ministry. It's hard. It's really hard, but to know that the end results, what they could potentially be, is what motivates me. So to know that I'm working hard for my kids to make sure they have a better life, it motivates me. Ensuring that I'm going to work every day, providing for my kids, it motivates me. Knowing that I'm going to church to serve God and to serve a purpose that's outside of being a mom, that's all. It motivates me to just push even harder. And ministry, I feel like that's a whole totally different ball game. You have to be ready. You have to be a servant, and you have to know that it's not always about you in ministry. You're trying to help somebody else. You're really putting yourself out there during worship and pouring yourself out, and you're revealing things that, you know what I mean, that it's not always easy for people to gravitate towards or accept. But I'm doing it for God. At the end of the day, when it comes to ministry, it's all for God. So just balance. That's the best advice I can give you. Balance. Know when to take time off. Know when to rest. Yeah. Okay, let's get into the next question. How do you deal with a breakup? Well, I've had breakups before, and the way I handle them is to know that the actions of others is not my fault. If somebody decided to cheat on you, that has nothing to do with you. Don't lower your self-esteem because of someone else's self-esteem that they're dealing with. A lot of times people have self-esteem issues, and they have to go out and sleep around to make them feel like a woman or make them feel like a man. So don't take on the scars of others. That's a good way to put it. The scars of others thinking that you were not good enough. Sometimes things happen for a reason. People are going to be who they are. So you just have to look at yourself and love yourself. And after a breakup, take time. Take time to really examine your relationship, examine the part that you played in it, examine what happened, and just really focus on yourself. Get oneness with yourself. And that way, you don't repeat the cycles again. Because I know a lot of times we gravitate towards the same situations, the same type of guy, the same type of behavior, and it's something that's inside of us that we haven't dealt with and that we haven't healed from that attracts us to those people. So we really have to be working on ourselves to really know who we are. So once we know who we are, we won't settle for less, or we won't settle for less than we deserve, or settle for someone that's not compatible with us. Like, if you don't know yourself, you'll settle for anything because you don't know what's compatible, because you don't even know what you like. So just take time for yourself. That's how I deal with it. Take time for yourself. Know that you're worthy and that there's somebody out there for you. Just be patient. God got somebody for you. Okay, so let's get into the last question, because I'm trying to keep this video short because the editing is ridiculous. So it takes a long time. So let's get into the last question is, what will you change different about your life? Okay, what I would change different about my life is pretty much nothing. I mean, I feel like I have a journey that I traveled, and I can't have regrets because it's led me to where I'm at now. I'm trying to think. That's a hard question. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a journey, and I wouldn't change anything about myself, and who I am, even through the pain, the heartache, everything that I've been through. It molded me to who I am today. If I can change anything, it would be maybe realizing something sooner. But yeah, I feel like my purpose is being fulfilled because of the things that I went through in my life. Like, I'm making this video right now because of all of the hurt and the pain and the experience that I have behind life in itself to even make this video. So I feel like my life is what it is, and I'm appreciative of the pain. I'm appreciative of the happiness. I'm appreciative of everything that happened in my life, from the good to the bad, because it molded me to who I am today. So to answer that question, nothing. But yeah, you guys, this is just dedicated to everybody that's been following me. I have a whole lot more questions that I have to go through, so I'm sorry I didn't get to everybody, and I'm sorry I didn't call your name. Some people wanted their stuff anonymous, so I'm not gonna call anybody names on the questions, just so you know you can get your answer, whatever the case may be, and don't put you on blast. But yeah, you guys, I'm doing this for you, so please make sure to follow me. I'm trying to be more consistent with you guys. I've been having a lot going on, so I'm trying to be consistent with my videos. I am going to be having another video coming up next week, so I hope you guys tune in to watch. If you have questions, if you need prayer, I am here for you guys, and let's just get it in. Come join my family on YouTube, on Facebook. Look me up. Rodlyn Prince is spelled RODLYN PRINCE. Hit your girl up, follow me, and until next time, God bless you guys, and I love you all. Bye.